afternoon, everyone. We are back for another week on the boat. What are we doing this week? We're doing this one bay.
Annoying bay that we ran out of bitumen last time.
Yeah. And then we're going to look into the water tank.
Yeah, so we're going to put the ballast down after, and then we're going to have a quick look. We've got the water tank to replace. I don't know how quickly we're actually going to achieve getting it replaced because it's built in behind the bulkhead. It's under the front deck, and that's all been welded up because the access panel was knackered. So we need to like access it from through the bulkhead. On the bulkhead at the minute, some spray foam insulation, so we're going to scrape that back today.
Yeah.
And decide. So it's at the minute it's got an old, I think probably the original steel, I don't know if it's stainless steel tank in there, which is probably rotten. We're going to have a quick look. Didn't know whether to replace the whole lot with a new stainless steel, which is going to be like probably a grand, a couple of grand. Don't know how well.
Money.
Yeah,
Which we don't
stupid
have.
moment that we don't have. Cheapest option is going to be cut the back out of it and then put 3, which I found online, 200 litre twin wall flexible plastic tanks, which would be like cheapest, probably easiest, or we replace it with a solid plastic tank, or
If
get one.
If you've done any of this, then please let us know in the comments.
Let us know what your opinion is.
I'd love one of the stainless ones, but obviously that's a lot of money. But just, yeah, I'm worried if we have the plastic ones, although they're rigid, the ones that blow up when they're in there, that if there's any bit of like rusted metal or something, it's going to pop them.
Yeah, we're going to have to coat the whole inside, which could take longer than ripping the whole thing out and putting a new one in. So,
let us know.
Yeah.
New tin! Scraper is the best tool for a job. Apparently. Oh.
Is it?
Yeah, they're slightly different tins. What's the chances this is going to react with the other brand now? That's a bit thicker, this is.
Is it?
Yeah, look.
Oh, nice. Is that more money?
Cheaper. So I should have gone the CRS to start with. Shout out CRS. I've had a haircut, if you haven't noticed already.
I was heartbroken, but it looks alright now, I guess.
I look pretty.
You're pretty. Pretty boy.
About 10 years younger? What do you reckon?
How old is Joe?
I'm prepared to be upset, don't worry. Right, slabs?
Last slabs, you're gonna miss doing this.
Yeah. Got some sick abs, someone said. I don't think they used the term sick, but said I must have very strong abs, so thank you. Oh, good God, you don't get any life rid, do they?
Oh no.
Too far over, wasn't it?
You're my hero.
Thank you.
Oh, so these are holes in because it's going to be our wine cellar and our pantry, and then all the rest, it makes the boat look so much bigger being able to walk on it. Nice. Now to the water tank. As I said earlier, like this has obviously been spray foamed up to this point because that's starting to rot away, so it'll be interesting to see when we take the spray foam off. Some of it might even come off with that,
Yeah.
which would be great. And then, yeah, see what we're dealing with.
There's a water tank in behind. A bit of spray foam on
So this bit's quite rotten. It feels like you could almost pull it out, but there's a beam here and then obviously a beam here.
This is a main support here, which we don't want to cut.
Yeah.
Which goes right way underneath. Weird panel on it. So this bit we're happy to cut. See what access we've got once it's cut. I ain't got a grinder today, when we come back tomorrow.
And potentially, because we want to get rid of it, it's not like we care that it's in one piece. We can just keep grinding away and pulling it out in piece by piece. I mean,
The what? The back of the water tank?
Yeah. Like just keep cutting bits and pull it out.
Ideally, we only want the back out if we're going to put the plastic water tanks in. Don't
putting
forget,
it
you've got to remember, whatever the water tank took out, the water tank that we put back in has to fit through this gap.
Yeah, that means we can't have a steel one, doesn't it?
Need to measure how deep this water tank is.
Ready?
So we've got about a foot roughly.
But there's a but if it's anything, if this follows on what that does there, we haven't, because you've got, this is a solid bit, so it goes like
reinforcing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that water tank that goes right down to the floor. That water tank ain't coming out in one without.
Is this bit the water tank?
No, just in behind. You see it. You get right in under. Show the fans. That's a bit of an awkward angle. That's the water tank in there. I can see the outlet there, and then that goes right the way up. Alright, it's the wrong side. Right up to the bow floor. Been tidying?
Yeah.
Go on then, put the fans.
Bag's gonna be full.
Take it back.
Why have a grinder when you can just use your hands?
I just found this on top of the water tank.
Not on top of the water tank, it probably is the water tank.
It might be the top of the water tank. Let's have a little rummage.
I've got a question for you guys. So we obviously have got quite a small amount of space that we are going to be able to fit the water tank in. We were thinking of a steel one, but I don't think that's really an option now. Like, what would you guys do? Would you put the
flexi tank?
Yeah, the flexi tanks.
I don't know whatever option we've got. Because we've got to fit it through like there to there a gap roughly.
But not even that much, because we've got this bit of, let me show you.
Yeah, that is off the water tank. I'm going to get my fingers through that. It's a bit sharp. No,
Put some gloves on.
It's come off the side of the... That's the side of our water tank. That's the back corner there. It smells like compost. It's like proper soily.
Ooh.
It smells like soil.
Yeah, it does.
I reckon that was, this boat was built in 1980. I reckon that's probably original water tank still.
Yeah, it must be.
Oh, I broke.
You right there?
Yeah, it's real fun. It's like, that was on the top of our water tank.
Can I have a go?
Yeah. One disassembled water tank. So we had a couple, I think, of requests. Maybe just one request, but like a little list as to how we're doing.
Visual.
So I've thought of a name.
Yeah.
It's going to be, hang on.
Write neatly, because I can't read your writing otherwise.
Rather large list for our barge.
It's not barge.
It's not barge. I don't. It's a bit. Is it a barge in it? But it's not really a barge, but it rhymes, doesn't it?
Why didn't you put barge in the middle?
I don't know, Danny. I need a smaller pen.
Why? Have you got another Sharpie?
Oh.
Wow, look at that. All the colours.
Yeah.
Should we do it in colour order?
We're probably going to have a few of these because there's a lot to do. So, water tank. This is horrible to write on. What am I doing?
Why are you spelling?
Water tank.
Yeah. Don't do a box, I'll do the boxes at the end.
This is awful to write on.
It's okay though, it looks right.
Timber floor.
Windows / whatever we're doing in the bedroom.
Stern doors.
So are you writing on the list? Get it to start?
So pipe work, cables, general electrics. That's quite vague.
Wow.
Could do a whole board on that. But so panelling.
The reason Joe's writing this is because I'm really dyslexic.
Oh, I've got real bad. We're both left-handed. We've got bad handwriting.
The fireplace, in-floor storage, cupboards, bed. If we're going to have the bed on the whatever you said.
Job done, mate. Then we'll just
Kitchen.
save away.
Painting,
Hang on, gas.
solar.
gas.
I feel like we've gone off topic here, going on to bath and bed. I feel like there's quite a lot of more important things. Flower pots.
I'm not writing that on this list. Are we doing a line down there, or are we going to flip it and reverse it when...
No. Oh.
I'll leave that for now then. You're going to do boxes, or I'm doing boxes?
No, I want to do the boxes colourful.
Rather large list for a barge. Sweet.
There's a list. Traffic light system for what needs to be done first. Let us know if you can't see the yellow. I can. Joe's blind, he said he can't see it. Well, it's a traffic light. I have to do green if not.
Yeah, green. You go red, amber, green, doesn't it? There's no yellow on a traffic light.
Yeah. Looks right.
Lovely. Right, we'll see you tomorrow.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Guess what day it is?
It's grinding day.
He was our neighbour through the lockdown when we had to stay in one place. Very cute dog.
So, we've cut the bulkhead bit out. We've got access to the water tank. Now we've got to try and decide whether we're going to cut the whole back off the water tank, which is probably not very possible. Cut an access into it so we can clean it and then put bladder tanks in. I think it's going to be the best option for our budget.
That's a couple of weeks.
I'm just worried there's water in there still. It sounds hollow though.
It's not too high on the line.
On your eyes? Because the strap's not right. Yeah. Stay still. Stay still.
Yeah, I made a door. Oh, well, you slid it in, can't get it out.
Hang on.
Don't you cut your hand?
Just the
I'm doing the gloves.
top corner. No, I can see where it is. I just nip it up there. Nice that. Yeah, you cut cleaner in there, I thought. Can you
We could have probably used
Probably. I reckon you could have used it.
I'll
tell you the condition of it.
Yeah.
That's the condition of the roof. Oh, it started, didn't it?
Yeah. I could have used that.
You wouldn't have ever been able to get in there and clean it though.
You wouldn't have known, would you?
Know.
Well, I tell you what, there's still a lot of mileage.
Yeah.
If you can get your camera in, film it all the way round.
Yeah.
Dead-
Uncle Joe cut his
dead flat.
Granny cut his hair.
Have you seen my hair yet?
Yeah.
Do you like it? Is it better?
It's not better.
30 mil, 40
Yeah.
mil bigger than that.
Hi mate.
Grind all that down.
Where's your camera?
I'm filming.
Oh, you doing it?
Ever started a
With a shovel?
with a shovel?
Have we got diesel? Well, whatever he moved it with. Tanks were in there, I don't know.
Can you tell if you've got diesel like
You have
on
to
a
dip
car?
it with something, but
Smokage, we've got fuel going in.
it's got fuel going in.
Mudley, come here.
He loves it, doesn't he? You stay there.
We've come to the conclusion that we think we need some more diesel, so Joe's reluctant to buy a jerry can because there's loads at home, so we're going to get that tomorrow. But first we're going to head to the pub, which is our first drink out since lockdown. A very fitting t-shirt of rosé and gin. First pint in a pub. Thank you to Alex and thank you to Jamie.
And Gabby.
And Gabby, sorry, and Gabby. Cheers. This looks so good. Haven't had fish and chips in the pub in ages.
Yeah, we've already just bought one. Add to the fleet. So this one's for sale.
This one's for sale if everyone wants to join boat life. It hasn't got much to it, but got lots of potential.
It's been freshly welded up, nice.
It's quite big.
Does that mean I ain't got an
It's
engine?
actually quite nice,
I
actually.
don't think it's got an engine drive.
Wouldn't it be under that bit?
Well, he must have driven it here, mustn't he? Driven?
What would
Sailed?
Like, so the doors there, would you have...
It would have been a deck. It, probably like a fishing boat or something, I'm guessing. It looks like it's from the sea rather than the river, isn't it?
Fish.
Oh, it's got like a... Have a look at the size of this in here. Oh, maybe it's not for sale because they've got rid of their number. It's 75. I can still see it, but... Oh, look, they've had a notice. Someone's not got a licence.
Hey everyone, sorry we lost you yesterday. It got a bit chaotic with trying to make the boat start. We think it might be out of diesel, which is really quite funny. But so we're going to go get some diesel, and we're also going to go to a reclamation yard. We're going to go to a we're gonna go look at some old stuff anyway, and it's probably too expensive, but I just want to have a look round. Haven't been anywhere, it's out of lockdown. Let's go! We've made it to Froome Reclamation. What do you think?
Well done, you said it right.
Froome Reclamation.
Let's go have a look at stuff that we can't afford, but that might inspire us. And then I'll have a look for something cheaper on eBay.
Hey.
So that's everything that we can't afford looked at.
I can't actually get over how expensive it is in there. I didn't realise quite. I think we'll stick to Facebook Marketplace.
Just get lucky when we do. I'm sure there's some stuff in there that I have actually seen on Marketplace but didn't buy myself. Right, we need some diesel. We need some petrol for Trudy. What are we doing? We might start it.
Try and start the boat.
So, I nipped in proper job. Get some gloves. Sent Danny to KFC. To get a couple, what? Veggie burgers. Veggie chicken burgers.
Vegan burgers, and they're not doing them anymore. We just were about to go into McDonald's or go queue, and the queue was massive. So we decided against it. And we're going to have pasta at the boat instead.
Danny offered me that scrap of toast on the floor in compensation for no KFC or no McDonald's.
It's not my fault there's no vegan burgers, and it's not my fault that the queue is big.
I really fancied a fizzy drink as well. A fizzy drink in ages.
Sorry.
Greg saves the day.
Buongiorno.
Hello.
Back on the grind.
I just want to start the roof and drink beer now.
Yeah,
Lovely.
well, I feel like we need a floor at least. What's the plan for today then?
Try and get it started maybe. We got some diesel today.
Yep.
Which might help. Bought me multimeter and electrical stuff. What else? Can't really remember.
Well, let's just see if the engine starts.
I've got some WD-40 and a drill bit to clean that off.
It's also lockdown's ease, so we do actually have to move the boat, don't we?
Yeah. That's 3 days ago. Oh, good God. That ain't right, is it?
Isn't there like a key?
Yeah, it should be, but I ain't got one.
Oh, well done.
Oh, it's like a little bath plug.
That's too
Sort
big.
of does.
Can't we just cut a bottle?
No, I've got another funnel, but
We'll move it away.
I'm pushing this. I don't want to go too fast, I'm losing balance. I've done the splits. Come on.
Joe.
Oh, no.
Have you just lost your shoe? Oh.
Right.
I feel like you're in a bit of a predicament here. Please don't get any in the canal.
Oh, no, get told off. Oh, I'm a bit nervous. Confidence.
How many litres does...
5.
No, I mean, how many litres does a boat have?
Not a clue. It's got 2 tanks of it. I'll show you them in a sec. That one's fresh from Asda. This one is from Sweden. Left over from our road trip. I think Sweden or...
Probably Italy, surely.
No, because we didn't ever use it, did we?
Don't we?
Just carried it around. You can run these on red diesel, but the nearest place to get it's a bit of a mission and not really quite worth the trouble.
When we fill it up properly, it will be.
Yeah. Oh yeah, not for 3.5 litres. So.
So you just put petrol in.
It's a petrol can. I wonder if I had petrol in it before. It shouldn't smell that. A bit petrol, eh? And why would we have bought petrol when we were away?
Are you sure no one else has used it since?
Yeah.
Well, then it's definitely diesel. If you're doubting yourself, please don't put it in.
No, that is
What?
diesel. Just got a real tinge to it. I'll leave it for now. So a bit of petrol in an old diesel engine ain't the end of the world. The other way round, you'd be in trouble. So there's a couple of things that could be stopping it from starting, apart from the ignition. But we're getting a new ignition barrel because we think that's knackered. The manual engine stop, which is a little lever there, which cuts the fuel, I believe. So I think that might be playing up. So that could stop it. Just top it up with diesel, which should.
And petrol.
A bit petrol, maybe, I don't know.
Does that mean it's not the diesel?
No, sometimes you've got to crank that for ages to get if there's been air come through the system. You might have to bleed it, so I might crack one of the. No, I wish I was.
Joe just got it started. He had it on full pole for revs because it hasn't been starting the whole time he's done it, and he's looked very scared. Yay, it's working! You're my hero!
So the ignition is on there. I was testing what my brother said to do, Aaron, so shout out. That ignition, when you think it's going to start, the ignition only, all that does is heat the glow plugs. So I had a multimeter on the glow plugs when I was holding the key as if it was going to start, and it heated them up. So I left them heated for about 15 seconds and then touched the, basically hot wired it, and it started literally straight away. Not, it didn't even crank, it literally just...
Oh, well done.
Danny don't want to go for a cruise yet, which is fair enough.
I do want to go for a cruise, but the 2 weeks of us having to stay in the same place has sort of started, so
Yeah.
I kind of want to use that up because the further we go away, the further we are
And
from home.
neither of us have ever been on one of these before, so the likeness of us doing a Suez Canal moment is quite likely. I'll wait for me dad to be here so he can give us a hand.
Yeah.
Then we can blame him when he gets us stuck. But yeah, it's just the ignition that was playing up. I've ordered a new one for about 20 quid. So next, I wasn't really planning on doing this today, but I'm going to switch the alternators over whilst I'm down in the engine bay. I've got an uprated one. I don't think there's anything wrong with ours. It's not wired in.
But I just thought this one puts out more power. So for the sake of like 70 quid, I thought, why not? A bit hard to get a good angle, you know? It's so bloody tight, but I'll try our best. What's that look like? Crap. Hello. So, I'm not actually putting this old belt back on. I was just making sure, because sometimes these pulleys are different sizes, so I need a different size belt. So just checking that he's going to fit and that I can get it tight, but not too tight. Yeah, that belt's ideal, so I can take that with me. Get a new one of these and fit it next time. Oh yeah. So, next on the list, our weed hatch is rusted shut. So, plenty of WD-40. I'm going to try and wire brush out the thread. I think I'll leave that for another day.
Cheers, honey.
We forgot to tell you our update on the water tank. What were we doing?
So, as you saw Joe's... So as you saw Joe's dad and Joe cut a hole in the original water tank, we thought it was going to be absolutely disgusting because the outside is, it's actually all right. So it's just too much hassle to get this out, and it's quite clean inside. We were worried if we had the plastic tanks that like little bits of rust or something might pop them, but it's really, really clean inside. So we're going to put the plastic ones that expand with the water. And
this front deck, a lot of people have been worried about the pipe running to the stern bilge. So what my dad came up with the idea of is collecting all the rainwater that comes off that deck into a secondary tank that is then going to go to our washing machine.
yeah, washing machine. Obviously we could do plants and stuff. If we were going to have a water toilet, then it could have done that as well, but I think we're going to have a compost one. So
go through from there into a filter, into a tank underneath our bed, or at the bottom of the bed, or underneath a cupboard, and then we get to keep it. Because we're debating having gutters along the side of the roof to collect rainwater, but it's actually a really good idea. That's probably us done for this week. We're now going to wait for the water tanks to arrive. We've ordered the 2 plastic ones, and we've also ordered our timber floor. So that's going to be the next 2 things.
And then it'll be like a proper room, and then we can have just lie on the floor and not trip over ourselves, because I've tripped over this floor a lot of times.
We'll see you next week.
See you next week. Good morning.
Hang on.
Oh.
It's afternoon as well, by the way.
Is it?
Yeah. Sorry, I wasn't filming. Go. Like, literally setting up the camera, trying to then boil the water, and you've got to change the angle and do this, and I just want a cup of coffee, mate.
Your writing looks like Andy.
What, a Toy Story? Cheeky bitch. Guess what day it is?
Thursday.
No, I'm going to do it.
Oh.
Guess what day it is?
What?
No, don't say anything.
No.
Morning. Lovely shot, drive.